Have you ever heard of a place where fish literally fall from the sky? That's right. In the heart of Honduras, there is a town surrounded by mystery that, year after year, leaves perplexing scientists, tourists, and locals with a phenomenon that defies all logic. We are speaking of Yoro, a small corner that houses a unique event in the world, the rain of fish. Many call it a miracle, others attribute it to nature, and some think it is a well-told myth. But what is really behind this incredible story? Stay tuned us until the end, because today we are going to unravel one of the most fascinating mysteries of our planet. Is it a whim of nature, a meteorological phenomenon, or something more beyond our understanding? Yoro is a magical corner of Honduras, surrounded by lush green hills, fertile valleys, and landscapes that seem straight out of a postcard. This region is located in the heart of the country and is known for its rich agricultural tradition. Here, cocoa, coffee, and banana crops thrive under a tropical climate that favors life in abundance. But Yoro is not famous for its agriculture, but for a unique phenomenon that has captured the imagination of people around the world. Every year, this town becomes the epicenter of a mystery that combines the inexplicable with the wonderful. The locals are not only proud of their fertile land, but also of the phenomenon that has put Yoro on the international map, the rain of fish. The phenomenon known as the rain of fish usually occurs between the months of May and July, coinciding with the rainy season in Honduras. According to the inhabitants, after intense storms, with strong winds, the rain of fish is a phenomenon that is often accompanied by a storm. Winds, lightning, and deafening thunder, small fish appear mysteriously scattered across the ground of the village. The surprising thing is that these fish seem to have fallen from the sky, defying any logical explanation. However, what really puzzles everyone is that the phenomenon has been repeated on a regular basis for decades. The question remains, how is it possible for these fish to end up on dry land after a storm? Is it an illusion, a supernatural event, or something that science cannot yet explain? The rain of fish is not a recent phenomenon. Accounts of this occurrence date back more than a century. In Yoro, stories about these mysterious events have been passed down from generation to generation, becoming an essential part of the village's identity. Local families remember how their grandparents and great-grandparents spoke of the rains of fish as an inexplicable gift from nature. For many, this event is not only a mystery, but also a symbol of the people's lives. But also a symbol of hope and strength. Moreover, the frequency with which it occurs has allowed Yoroans to see it as more than just an anecdote, it is a living part of their culture. Each generation keeps this oral tradition alive, ensuring that the phenomenon continues to amaze the world. Among the most popular stories about the rain of fish, stands out the story of Father Manuel de Jesus Soberana, a missionary priest who arrived in Honduras in the 19th century. According to legend, Father Soberana, moved by the poverty and hunger that plagued the region, prayed fervently to God to help people in need. Shortly thereafter, the phenomenon of the rain of fish began. For many inhabitants, this event is a divine miracle, a heavenly response to the priest's pleas. Although there are no scientific records that directly link the legend to the phenomenon, the story has endured in the collective memory of Yoro as an explanation full of faith and spirituality. This story reinforces the connection between nature and the religious belief of the inhabitants. Of course, science has not missed the opportunity to study this peculiar phenomenon. Researchers have put forward various theories that seek to logically explain what happens in Yoro. One of the most accepted hypotheses suggests that fish are dragged from nearby rivers or streams by underground currents, activated by the heavy rains and thunderstorms. According to this theory, the fish would be deposited in the ground surface after currents push them through cracks in the earth. However, this explanation does not satisfy everyone. How is it possible that fish appear scattered throughout the town and not at specific points? In addition, the regularity of the phenomenon and the coincidence of the rains with the storms remains a matter of debate. The fish that appear during these mysterious rains are mostly small freshwater fish. According to experts, they belong to common species that inhabit nearby rivers and lagoons. This fact reinforces the theory that they could be carried by underground currents. However, what is puzzling is that these fish are often found alive, suggesting that they have not spent much time out of the water. In addition, some local fishermen claim to have found species that are not common in the region, which adds another layer of mystery to the phenomenon. Could it be that these fish come from unknown sources, or even from more distant areas? Each detail seems to generate more questions than answers. Curiosity about the fish rain is not limited to Honduras. Scientists and documentary makers from all over the world have traveled to Yoro to study this enigma. Research teams from countries such as Japan and the United States have conducted studies in the region, collecting data on climate, geography, and soil conditions. Despite these efforts, there is no consensus has been reached. Some researchers suggest that it may be a rare case of animal rain, a meteorological phenomenon in which small animals are lifted by tornadoes or waterspouts and then deposited on land. However, in Yoro there is no tornado records, which makes this explanation not quite fit. Phenomenon, it is a symbol of identity and cultural pride. Every time it occurs, families gather to collect the fish, which often become the main ingredient of traditional meals. Some even consider this event as an act of connection between the inhabitants and nature, as if the earth and sky were responding to the needs of the people. Local festivities often revolve around this event, with fairs, music and dances celebrating what many consider a blessing. For them, the rain of fish is not just a scientific curiosity, but an event full of spiritual and community meaning that unites people around a unique tradition. As expected, such a peculiar event has generated a series of myths and superstitions among residents and visitors. Some believe that the rain of fish is a divine sign, a reminder that the town is protected by supernatural forces. Others, more skeptical, see it as a warning from nature, a call to care for the environment and natural resources. There are also those who think that fish could come from unknown dimensions or even be the result of some extraterrestrial phenomenon. Although these theories sound far-fetched, the truth is that they reflect the fascination and mystery surrounding this event. The stories told in Yoro add a magical touch to the phenomenon, making those who experience it see it as something almost unreal. Religion plays a major role in how the inhabitants of Yoro interpret the rain of fish. For many, this event is a miracle sent by God in response to the prayers of Father Subarana. Local churches often organize Thanksgiving masses during the season in which the phenomenon occurs, and there is no shortage of processions that go through the streets of the town. Priests in the region often use this event as a way to strengthen the faith of the community, reminding them that they are witnessing something extraordinary. Even among non-believers, it is difficult to deny the spiritual dimension of the phenomenon, as it seems to defy the natural laws that govern our world. This connection between the divine and the natural is one of the aspects that makes Yoro so special. The phenomenon of the rain of fish has transcended the borders of Honduras, becoming a topic of interest in popular culture. Documentaries, television shows, and international magazine articles have put Yoro on the map as a place worthy of study and admiration. In addition, local artists have created songs, paintings, and sculptures that portray this event, immortalizing it in Honduran art. Even on the internet, the rain of fish has generated debates, memes, and conspiracy theories that have helped maintain global interest in this mystery. Thanks to this, Yoro is not only known as an agricultural place, but as a town that represents the fascinating connection between nature and the unexplained, attracting people from all over the world who want to know this wonder. Talking to the inhabitants of Yoro is an eye-opening experience. For them, the rain of fish is not just a story to tell, but something they have experienced firsthand. Many remember in detail the first time they saw the fish scattered on the streets after a storm. It's as if the sky. It's like the rain of fish is giving us food, says Mrs. Carmen, an elderly woman who has lived in Yoro all her life. Others, like Mr. Pedro, say it's a reminder that their town is special, a place blessed by nature. These personal stories add a human dimension to the phenomenon, showing how it has impacted the lives of those who experience it. For them, it doesn't matter whether science has an explanation or not. What really matters is the miracle of witnessing it. If you're enjoying this tour of one of nature's greatest mysteries, don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. Leave us a comment telling us what you think about the rain of fish. Do you think there's a scientific explanation, or is it something beyond our understanding? We want to read your theories. Every year, Yoro receives national and international tourists who arrive in the hope of witnessing the rain of fish. Some come armed with cameras and drones, hoping to see the rain of fish. Some people want to capture the phenomenon in person, while others simply seek to experience the unique atmosphere of the town during this season. Local guides offer tours that explain the history and possible theories behind the event, taking visitors to the places where the fish are most likely to be found. Although not everyone is lucky enough to witness the phenomenon, a visit to Yoro becomes an unforgettable experience thanks to the hospitality of its people and the cultural richness of the region. For many, even just walking through the streets where this mystery occurs is reason enough for the trip. The phenomenon of the rain of fish has also led to reflection on the relationship between humans and the environment. The inhabitants of Yoro consider this event to be a sign of the natural balance that still exists in their region, a reminder that nature has surprising ways of manifesting itself. However, it is also a reminder that nature has surprising ways of manifesting itself. Call to attention about the importance of preserving local ecosystems. The rivers, lagoons, and forests that surround Yoro are essential for life in the region, and many believe that taking care of these resources is essential for phenomena such as the rain of fish to continue occurring. This connection between the natural and the human reinforces the idea that Yoro is a place where nature and people coexist in harmony. For those who have been lucky enough to witness the rain of fish, the experience is unforgettable. Seeing something so unusual and seemingly impossible happen before your eyes changes your perception of the world. Many visitors describe the phenomenon as something that makes them question everything they think they know about nature and the universe. It's as if nature it will remind us that there are still mysteries that we cannot explain, says a tourist who visited Yoro for the first time. This feeling of awe and wonder is what makes the rain of fish is more than just a phenomenon. It is an experience that touches the heart and mind of those who live it, leaving an indelible mark on their lives. If this video has inspired you to discover more about the mysteries of the world, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. We have many more fascinating stories like this for you. And remember, share this video with all those who love the unknown and the inexplicable. Yoro awaits you with open arms and perhaps, with a rain of fish.